Normally on this channel, we like to have one, maybe two topics per video, and along the way, we provide a ton of different tips as we go through the video. On this one, we're gonna do the complete opposite of that and just kind of hit you over the head with tip after tip after tip. So maybe you wanna wear a helmet. Be sure to stick around towards the end of the video. I've got two tips you are not going to want to miss. One is a major topic online that everybody seems to ask when you go to the airport on vacation. The other is going to save you tons of damage, almost guaranteed, if you park in a garage on day one. So stick around for that later on. When it's raining outside, the windshield wiper mechanism or procedure is a little different than previous Teslas. There used to be a button at the end of the stock that started the windshield wipers. Now it's a button on the steering wheel, and what you can do if you just want to do it manually, like completely manually with auto off, and just do the wipers as needed, just press it once. And that is still remaining in the off position, so you can just do that, like I said, as needed once in a while, whenever you need it, if it's a light rain and you don't want to have them constantly running. Now, if you want to have it continuously running, you're going to have to press it and then use the scroll wheel. You'll see on the screen how that works. So you press it once, and then you're going to use this scroll wheel here to go up and down if you're further up on the list. So check it out. You press this, then use the scroll wheel to go up and down, and you can see it's changing. And on the screen you can go up and down, or you can choose auto, which everybody knows is absolutely horrible, so I wouldn't recommend that. So if you've got it in the one position, for instance, and it's running intermittently, you can press this button again to go up one step. So hit once, and now it's on the two position, and so on. So if the rain gets heavier as you drive, just press this button again once you're in the one position. So now we should be on 3, and so on. And use the scroll wheel once again to go up and down if you're already in this menu on the screen. Once that menu goes away, it becomes the volume for the audio. Watch this. So that becomes the audio, the same scroll wheel. So you have to have that on the screen for it to work. We interrupt this video to remind you, don't forget to hit the like button on this video. It means the world to me and takes just seconds out of your day. Oh, also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. A feature that's relatively new on the Tesla Model Y Juniper is the addition of Grok, and it came in a recent Tesla software update, which changed the functionality of this button and how it's used. So, if you do a soft touch, you're going to get the regular, what you're used to, voice command system on the Tesla. So just go ahead and do a soft touch, and then ask your question like you normally would. Turn on windshield wipers. And I think it's just going to do auto for now. No, there it goes. So there's windshield, and that'll do any of the voice commands on board the Tesla. Now, if you do a long press of the same microphone button is when you're going to get Grok. So everybody online's going, how do I get rid of Grok? Grok is annoying. I want my old voice system back. Well, it's still there. You just got to know how to use the microphone button. So press and hold, and you'll get Grok. What's the weather like today?
Mostly cloudy with a high around 73 degrees, low near 57. No rain expected. Winds stay light from the south.
All right, as always, Grok is wrong. It's, sunny and 91. But, he's getting there, I guess. Also nearby is the new camera button feature, which is on the Tesla Model Y Juniper and not on my previous generation Tesla Model Y. So go ahead and press that, and you'll see what that does. You'll see it gives us the all-new front camera, which is also not on the older Model Y. It's down on the grill, on the bumper cam, not up here. So that's why you get it low to the ground. And also, you can swipe up to get the back view. Nice Tesla Model S waiting there for a school pickup today. So back and forth, swipe up and down, and you can get all the different cameras, but you initiate it from the steering wheel using this. I use this a lot when going into the garage, so I can judge my distance. A common question I see online all the time is when you are regen braking, how do you know if the brake lights are coming on or if they're coming on at all? Now, in past Teslas, this kind of was up in the air. We actually didn't know because the brake lights did show up. However, they were so small it was kind of hard to tell. Now, you're going to notice on this Tesla Model Y Juniper that the brake lights are going to be reflecting on the ground when I regen. Watch this. So you can see that big red bar behind the car on the screen as soon as I let off the accelerator. So let's check this out again. We're doing 25 miles an hour. It's pretty much instant as soon as I let off the throttle. Here we go, letting off the throttle now. And so it's like a half a beat, and you could see that red below the rear bumper. So that's how you can tell if your car is regenning, as well as if the brake lights are coming on. As you probably know, there is only one stock on the Tesla Model Y Juniper. It's right here, and all it does is turn signals. It does not have any other functions like windshield wipers or high beams or brighting. So that is now here as a button. So if you want to flash the high beams, this is what it's going to be looking like. You just kind of push this button a few times. You're going to be able to hear it as I do it. So that's how you flash your high beams on a Tesla Model Y Juniper. As you know, we're missing a stalk right here. On many other cars, that stalk does a lot of functions, like gear shifting on previous Model Ys or 3s, or you know what I'm talking about. So how in the world do you put it in neutral? Well, that's now in a menu. So you tap the car here, and it's right here on the bottom right corner, neutral. So I'm going to go ahead and put my foot on the brake, tap neutral and hold, and now the car is in neutral. Why would you need neutral? Well, one thing comes to mind. If you're getting a tow truck or getting towed, it's probably best to put it in neutral. You can also do it for car washes, although there is car wash mode on the car. So there you go. Neutral is down there, bottom right corner of the main controls. How do you get it out of neutral? Well, we'll just put it in gear here. And now we're in drive. And park. So that's neutral. All right, thanks for sticking around towards the end of this video. This is the tip you do not want to miss, especially when you're taking delivery of your 2026 Tesla Model Y Juniper. Maybe even do this on day one, because this lift gate will open to its highest level set from the factory. It's going to go all the way up, and it doesn't have any sensors, and it doesn't care how high your garage is. It's just going to barrel through and slam the top of your garage or the open door. So what you're going to want to do manually is lower this, just like so, to a level that you know it's not going to hit the garage. Even though it's ridiculously low, for right now, that's okay. So set it really low, press and hold this button right here until you hear a chime. Now it's set to that level, and you won't have to worry about it hitting your garage. Once you get to the garage, I'm going to show you what to do next. Okay, now that I'm at home, you can see that it is open to the lower setting that I previously set. So now I'm going to take it by my hand and manually just adjust it to the height that I think will be appropriate for my garage whenever I roll in. Just to give you an idea, I do have the tennis ball system here. That's how I know that I'm in far enough for both of the cars. And so looking over here, I think I can go a little bit higher. And then once you get it to a spot that you like, go ahead and hit this button. You hear the chime, and then now it's going to ask you another setting inside. So we're going to go ahead and save as default. All right, this next tip is probably the most asked question online about Teslas in general, and that is, what do you do if you park your car long-term, say at an airport for vacation? 2, 3, 4 weeks, depending on how long you're going on vacation. In fact, the #1 video on this channel is on that topic. Millions of people checked out that video. And now Tesla recently introduced a setting built in that lets you tap one thing and you can be carefree when you drop your car off at the airport and let it sit there. It's pretty amazing, actually. Let's go take a look at what that is. I am at my local Tesla supercharger, and I'm going to show you how to make this low power setting work for you. There's a couple of ways to go about this. First, you can go under the car and then charging, and the setting is right here. And you can turn on low power mode and check out what it does. Sentry mode and cabin overheat protection will be disabled to conserve energy. While in low power mode, your vehicle continues to use energy for standby functions like screen activity, the Tesla app interactions. In cold weather, available energy may drop more quickly. Do you want to enable low power mode now? I'm going to say no because I'm in the middle of supercharging, but that's where you turn that on. By the way, one of the other most asked questions online and one of the suggested ways of making sure you don't have battery drain is turn off cabin overheat protection. The fact of the matter is that only lasts for 12 hours. So if you're parking at the airport, that's really only going to keep your cabin cool for the first 12 hours, which is kind of silly anyway. So yeah, go ahead and turn that off if you're doing all of this manually. But now that we have low power mode, this is a game changer for when you park long term, say at an airport. Going a step further, if you hit the information on here, it has all kinds of other information, some of which obviously Sentry mode is the big one. It's on the top of the list there. Keep accessory power on, keep climate off on in camp mode, schedule preconditioning, cabin overheat. I believe in FSD it also turns off the summon feature, which also drains battery. So these are all the different things that is turned off when you turn on low power mode. This is also a big drain. That's a recent feature actually. Keep accessory power on. I don't know, about 5 or 6 software updates ago. I like to have it off. I don't have anything that needs to be on, so I leave that off. Also on the low power mode, you can have it on auto and decide at what point it kicks in. 20% has kind of been there all along. Anytime a Tesla hits 20%, it starts conserving power anyway. The other way, because I mentioned you can hit the car here and then charging, the other way to find this is right here. Just tap on the battery. It takes you to the same exact place. So it's just a little quicker way to get there to check out and see if low power mode is on. So basically, park at the airport, hit park, turn this on, take off. It's so easy now. All right, that feature is welcomed for sure. It makes it easier for every user to just drop your car at the airport, tap that button, and have peace of mind that once you come back from your amazing trip and you are stress-free, you still have some battery left to get home, right? Truth be told, before that setting even appeared, it's within the last month or so, basically if you turn off Sentry mode, you should be good to go. In fact, on one trip, I was gone for almost 3 weeks, came back, and I had a mile more on my battery than when I left. I get it, the battery is probably recalibrating, but at the same time, that's the main culprit of the battery draining on a long trip. Man, I'm exhausted. That was a lot of tips packed into one video, so I hope you found 1 or 2 that you might file away in your brain here, and it might come up later on in your ownership, or some of which you might use on a daily basis. I don't know. So if you found some value in this video, hopefully you did, don't forget to hit the like button on it. It truly means the world to me and this channel. It helps us grow, as well as hit that subscribe button. Take it to the next level. That way you'll know the next time we've got a new video coming out. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I'll see you next time.